Hey everyone, welcome to Marc D with a C, and we're doing some eatery cooking today. So I hope this works out. I guess I'm live, and I hope people can hear me too. So let's see if we got some comments here. And Maddie's daddy says he'll be right back after these messages. Hail to Maddie's daddy, and hail to LT. So if you guys are listening, if you want to give me a 5x5, on my headset mic hooked up to my cell phone, so I'm no Julia Child here, but I think my voice is coming through. I hope so. So yeah, I could hear it on my computer in the other room. So I figure I got to cook my chili today anyway, so might as well try to do a cooking show. So here's my all my ingredients ready to go. I got plenty of garlic, plenty of beans, Rotel, chili, some whiskey, which is my top secret ingredient. And if we have time, we'll do. I'm gonna do my garlic sauce that I love to do from. I think it was originally from the Frugal Gourmet, and also do some bacon wrapped meatballs if we have time to. But figure we'll get started on the chili first. The chili's always better the next day. Oh, 5x5. Thank you, LT. Yep, so I'm on my laptop here, and I'm glad I got this all to work. And Pat S. Beans. Oh yes, chili with beans. Yes, Maddie's Eddie. Whiskey. It's just for the flavor. It all burns off. Yeah. If if you were closer, I'd have you over to try some. But yeah, it's been why not, right? So I've done that for years. I put some Cointreau in, and it's just the flavoring. Yeah. But sure it is. Yeah. Well, I don't put the Bacardi 151 in there. So, but and Pat says I ain't eating no bean chili on my hot dog. Yeah. LT says chili is amazing if it's hot with pineapple. Yeah, especially if it's on your pineapple pizza. So yeah, so normally what I do, I go very onion heavy on my chili. I love onions, and I chop them all up and reduce them all. But the first thing I always do is you can use your beans just in the bag. What do they call beans in the bag? Not that have to sit for an hour, or you have to boil from an hour, or you have to let them sit overnight and let them expand and catch the water. Pat says in Canada they put poutine on their chili. Yeah. Must be from Texas. Yeah. So yeah, so I love a lot of onions, so I got ton of onions to go into the food processor there. So we're gonna be cutting up a lot of those. And what else do I have? Yep, can't have too many onions, garlic. So gonna be ready to put that all in the mix there. So but the first thing you got to do is start with your beans. So always like sport Goya. Good stuff. So usually what I do is just boil these beans first. So get some of the stuff from the can, that can flavor out, and you soften them up a little bit. And of course, I'm always want to stay clean. So I always wash cans. I mean, I know people maybe it's in the store, but I was sure it's clean, but always rinse the can. So what I do is just put these in the pot here. And Pat says, God bless Texas. Never heard of chili cheese fries. Yep. So I'm just gonna pour these all in. Gonna put them all in the pot and then rinse them out. And then you boil these and then soften them up. It's kind of a way to cheat and get your beans ready faster. I think I usually do 3 or 4 cans. It's not a huge party, and I always go overboard. I always flip up the kind of beans too. So these are pink beans here. Pink. I can't pronounce that, so I'm not going to try. But these are really like these. So, and of course we got plenty of ground beef to go in there too. But yeah, there's a debate. Is chili just chili con carne? Does it mean beans with meat, or is chili just meat? I don't know. I like the beans and the ground beef together. But yeah, if you're doing a hot dog, always have just want that meat chili. So let's do another can here. So I got some small red beans here. Put that in. So we got another type. We'll do 4. I think we'll do 4 cans. 4 cans should be enough. All right. Let's get that in the pot. Where's the chili powder? Jalapenos. Those are coming. Yep. Here's the. I always do. I'm a Mustang guy, so you got to have Carroll Shelby chili powder. So we got that. And then I forgot to buy my jalapenos fresh, so I had some canned jalapenos, and I was going out to the store today and didn't have a chance. So, but yeah, here's shout out to the great Carroll Shelby, Mr. Mustang, and race car driver extraordinaire. Watch, Ford versus Ferrari if you want to get some interesting background on him. Plus, there's tons of documentaries. But yeah, hey, Phantom outside of Geekery, more like cookery. Yeah, and thank you again to Guagnar for that awesome avatar or artwork. So I really appreciate that. I gotta put that in the notes. I'll have to change that. All right, so let's make sure. Yep, we got. Let's do one more can. Can't have too many beans, right? We'll ask the guys from Blazing Saddles what they think about beans. All right. Yeah, Pat, these are in the can, and actually the chili is. I'm making the chili for tomorrow, so that's why I boil them here. So let's do, and then we'll do a red. Let's do a can of red kidney beans here. Let's add an older jar. Which is my older jar? So I used the older one first. Let's see. My eyes are shut. I can't see where the. Is there an expiration date on these, or they last forever? Let's see. 20 expires in 2027. And this one, the stamp missed, so I'm gonna have to use this one. Use this one first. You buy these cans, and the last can never comes out again. So let's do another can of red kidney beans. So we had some pink in there. We had a couple pink and a couple red. Let's put those in. There we go. You realize it's chili con carne. That's chili, peppers, and meat. It doesn't say chili con beans. I know. Yeah. This is Phantom. Yep. All right. Well, this does make the cooking fun, I got to say, right? I mean, hanging out with you guys. So let's see. Get the rest of the beans out of here. No stragglers in that can. All right. Last bean, come on. You're not getting away from me. There we go. Right. Gotta rinse the cans and, of course, recycle them. Gotta recycle. Yes. Let's add a little bit more water to that pot. Yeah, beans certainly do stretch out the chili. Yeah, it does make it a lot cheaper. Yep. Let's get this on. Keep that away. Hopefully my laptop won't melt. It's not going to be too close. Another thing of water. So yeah, we can just have that simmering the whole time as we get the other stuff ready. And then you can always put the beans in, not the last minute, but later. All right, let me put this all in the recycle bin. You got to keep your kitchen clean as you work. And my better half is away, so I got to get this house clean for when she comes home tomorrow. I'm supposed to put all my Christmas ornaments away too, otherwise they were going to get thrown out. So, but so I got to get that going. It's a lot of work to do, but figure let's get this chili done ahead of time, and it's always better when it sits. Chili's always better the next day, I think, or it's one of those things you want to start cooking in the morning. The one thing you got to watch out for though is you can definitely dry out your ground beef though. I did that one time and cooked it, had it in the crock pot too long, and wow, it just you think it's not going to dry out, but yeah, it can dry out on you. Let's see. Hey, Don Power Ranger. And Mardi Gras to you. Happy Mardi Gras to you. Yep. Hope everyone's having a good Mardi Gras. Yep. And if I miss anyone in the chat, that's because I'm cooking and I'm looking at it on. If you can see my cool little. It's actually a little monitor. I hooked up a Roku to, so got that going. So now let's get our onions going. So it's onion time. Let's see if this. Oop! Don't let that cord, my power cord, hit the stove. That would be bad, right? I got to keep this camera powered up. So yeah, so that those beans are warming up, and we'll save these for next year. So I love Vidalia onions, sweet onions. We got some red onions. So what we got to do is get these peeled off, cleaned up, and ready to go in the big pot. Let's see, where's my, and I had a bag of, there's my Vidalia onions here, sweet. Some sweet onions, those are really, and yellow onions too, so these happen to be Peruvian sweet onions. Vidalia, the store didn't have Vidalia, which is usually what I get. But hopefully they'll be just as good. But I use an insane amount of onions in my chili, and I have it all chopped up, so basically it disappears. So you got the flavor, but you're not. It's chopped up, so you don't have the stringy, that long stringy onions, which I not like. Let's see. No, Donna's watching more than one YouTube live stream. That's cool. Appreciate it. Yep. Oh no, Phantoms. The comment doesn't stay on the screen. How much chili am I making? Well, I think I'm going to do a 3 pound, 3 pounds of ground beef. I have 4, and I did 4 cans of chili. So what I'll do is give it away, or my son's coming home, and we have a Super Bowl party tomorrow at my friend's house that we go to every year. But I think it's only going to be like 8 to 10 people there. So it's not a huge party. But I always end up making, I start with that one pot, and then it ends up going into the next pot. So I always get into trouble that way. Or one year, my daughter is not a vegetarian anymore, but I made a vegetarian batch for just the beans. So I had to do the meat, separate, and then do the vegetarian one. And it was actually really good, I have to say, without the ground beef. I mean, it still had that great flavor. So she appreciated that. So that was a little bit more work. But this year, I don't think we have any vegetarians at the party, so I don't have to do that. And she gave up being a vegetarian, not due to me, just it was a little bit too difficult for her, and I guess traveling and things. So, but I'm making no judgments. If you want to be a vegetarian, that's awesome. If you don't, that's fine too. Yeah. 4 pounds of beans, 3 pounds of onions, plus some tomatoes, 14 pounds of chili. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm going to replicate it. Yeah, let's see what other comments I'm missing here. Go back to the laptop. Yep. Easy way to liquefy the onions. Use a grater. Oh, yeah, we got graters. Yep. keep telling you to keep an artificial tree in your office. You never have to put the ornaments away. Good time management. Yeah. Well, that's been the threat of having to get my own tree with just all my comic book and Star Trek and Star Wars junk on it. For sure. Yep. So let's get these peeled off. And I just put these in the food processor because they all get chopped up and disintegrated I shouldn't say disintegrated, but they get reduced down to not much. So let me start This food processor set up. Always check. Yep, it's clean. But you always check. Make sure there's nothing hiding in there. And you can always quarter up your onions before you put them in. You don't want them liquid either. So this, and of course, they wear contacts too, so that makes life a lot easier in terms of chopping onions. You don't get that burning sensation. Let's get this more onion here. You can do them in, stagger them. Do a batch here, and I'll do the red ones. You mix them up, it doesn't matter. But let's get off. I also get the motor for the tree that turns. Yeah, I know. I wish I could do that. Yeah, I guess if you had the lights going up, they do make that phantom. That would be sweet. Yeah, a rotating tree motor. I was thinking of that. That would be awesome. Yeah, because with the other side of the tree, you can't really see it. Kind of keep it pulled out a little bit. You can see it a little bit, but all right. Let me get gotta get the top of the food processor. Where's that hiding? We have a small kitchen here, so the camera. Of course, I forgot to grab that. The safety part of the food processor. Let's see. Where'd that go? Might be under here. My better half always hides it on me. There we go. I found it. You can't use the food processor without that. That way you can't put your fingers in there. All right. Here we go. Favorite part. Power on. Captain, I need more power. Yeah, I always think about Rathacon when I chop onions up. I mean, it doesn't take much to. You don't have to go crazy, and that makes short work. I guess I could do it with a knife, but I'm a gadget person, so you gotta have the gadgets. So now I'm gonna take the onions out of here, and let's get some. First of all, let's get some olive oil in here. Oh, I'm low on olive oil. So you got your classic Le Creuset. Let me get another thing of olive oil from the closet here. I think I've got some bottle in here. Yep. Not a lot, but should be enough to get the job done today. Gotta head to Costco and get another 5 gallons of olive oil. I can go through a lot of it here. Okay. Let's get some oil coating the bottom of that pan. There we go. Let's let that warm up. And we're gonna do a lot of garlic too, not some garlic. A lot of garlic. So while that's warming up, I'm gonna put that on low. You want to put your onions in a cold pot. Let's get some garlic ready here. I apologize for the shaky cam, but I guess it's all right. Cell phone, you got the cell phone. That's a pretty darn good camera these days. Yeah. Oh, they have rotating tree bases on Amazon for about $60. Wowzers. Oh, I guess in the power cord, because my tree is powered, so I guess the power has got to be in that middle of that in that base, so it rotates around. That's the problem, yeah. All right, Phantom. Sold. I'm assuming that's what they do. Yep. Because you got to have your tree with lights, obviously. Yep. In Switzerland, they still put real candles on their tree. There's a lot of fires. They're kind of crazy. And I already do have minced garlic in the can, but yeah, we don't want to do that. Or in the jar. I'll use some fresh garlic here. Garlic's always a mess when you. And I have a garbage can down there. It's not going to the floor. Garlic always makes a big mess. Yeah. All right. I should call it the kitchen can. Yeah, it's part of the fun of the Super Bowl. It's making chili and all the food that goes with it. Part of the experience, even if your team's not in it, even if you're not rooting for Taylor Swift to win tomorrow. What's the over-under on how many times she's going to be on camera on the Super Bowl tomorrow? I mean, CBS has got to be pretty happy, I'm sure, in the NFL. Definitely they think it's going to be the highest rated Super Bowl ever. So, I mean, you do have a big female demographic watching the game anyway. It's, everyone watches the Super Bowl, but they said that's going to bring it to the next level. So, we'll see. All right. And I'm just going to chop this garlic. We could have a garlic mash or two, or puree, or what do you call it? Garlic press? I should say garlic press. But gotta have a lot of garlic in your chili anyway. So let's get this garlic going. I used to have a garlic peeler, which did work pretty good. It's like this plastic contraption. Like I said, I love kitchen gadgets, but it eventually broke, and it's just as easy to trim the ends off, and there you go. Or you can buy, like if I go to Restaurant Depot, you can buy the garlic already peeled, which is pretty damn nice too. Actually, I have a bag in the freezer that I can break out, save some time. We'll finish up with this. You want to use this fresh stuff anyway. It's pretty good. I'm just going to chop the garlic up. Yeah, I could have mashed it up in the food processor, but I want to get the bottom of that pot, season that pot with the olive oil. So a few more cloves is probably a little bit too much. You can never have too much garlic. I'm Italian. Garlic's the best. These are just a few more little pieces here. But that's the kind of stuff you can do ahead of time to prep. When you watch these cooking shows, they've got all the ingredients ready to go. The guy's not chopping up garlic. So this is the kind of stuff that takes that extra time. But you don't put the work in, it's not worth it. Yeah, you can buy it at the supermarket. At Restaurant Depot, I get like for Christmas, I get like a huge like 5-pound jug of it or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of lazy now. Yeah, it's mash it flat or the knife. What do you mean food? Well, yeah, you could. I could have thrown it in with the onions just to get chopped up if I'd wanted to. When I do my garlic sauce, you'll see that'll go in the food processor altogether. So let's do it. And I use Wonder Bread for that. Yeah, my garlic sauce is one of my favorite things. I think my mom found it recipe in back in the day when you actually read the newspaper, and one of the recipes in the recipe section. And I've since found in the Frugal Gourmet cookbook, which I'll show after. So I don't know who. It's a Greek standby, but you can put variations on it. But yeah, it's really one of my favorites. All right, so I'm just going to chop this up. And again, I apologize if I miss anyone in the chat, because it doesn't stay on I should bring my iPad over. It doesn't stay on the screen that long. I have it on the Roku. And I sent the link to Clobberin Tom, so he must be out now. He's probably out he's getting ready for the Star Trek show. He's watching Star Trek Voyager. And Steve, you have the link too if you want to pop in. I sent it to you on Messenger. Yep. And Pat S, if you want to pop in, let me know. If you guys are free. No obligation. But who would have thought that you could televise making chili? You told me that 20 years ago. Like, what, are you crazy? Or 30 years ago? A couple pieces of skin here. Sneaking by me. And you don't want to have any big pieces of garlic either, because that'll make, I mean, this will reduce during the amount of time that it cooks, but as much as I love garlic, you're not going to want to get a big chunk of that in your chili. And I'm not going too fast here because I don't want this to fly all over. I got enough to clean up when the wife gets home. Let's see. So what was Julia Child, the Galloping Gourmet, and the Food Channel been doing all these years? Yeah. Well, but I mean, they have everything ready to go though in terms of the ingredients. They're measured, and Julia Child did. You watch her show; she did a lot of work. But I'm just saying, yeah, you want to peel the garlic on the screen usually, or get the background stuff in. And they're much better than me. I was much faster. All right, let's turn that oil down a little bit. I see that steaming. And yeah, you could do this in the food processor, but it gets kind of minced up too much, or you lose the chunks. I think that's pretty good. So let's throw this into here. Ooh. Let's put the fan on. Hopefully, tell me if this is too loud. Hopefully it's not. Got the fan on low there. I don't think I have crisp going on the. I'm just going through StreamYard, so. That's okay. Not too loud. Let's rinse everything off. Then we got to do a next batch of onions. I put that on low. We don't want to burn these, so. Well, the crusade, once it gets hot, yeah, it really retains the heat, which is great for cooking, but it also burn what you're doing too. So, and I can't imagine wanting to get rid of. God, if I had to cook on electric, trying to get rid of all the gas stoves, nightmare. Let's give it another 30 seconds. Keep stirring that. I put the heat on low. It's going to cool down. Well, you can't smell that, but oh, that smells good. Yeah. Smelling good. All right, the pot's cooling off just enough so it's not burning, thankfully. You don't want to burn your garlic. And I always like cooking a le creuset with the onions, just as, like I said, retaining the heat. And you can throw this in the oven too if you had to, which is nice. If you're cooking something. Yep. Hey, Guagnar. Yep. And thank you again for doing that awesome artwork. I gotta make sure I put that on the description. So thank you. And again, I keep saying it, but if I miss anyone in the chat, it's because the screen only shows up for a second here. So let's put these onions in here. Then we're going to do the red onions next. All right, let's get these. And if you miss some of the onions, all right, I'm gonna be chopping up another batch, so it's all good. And I just leave that on low as I'm away from it. Oh, I got a straggler there. Piece of skin. Eyes aren't as good as they were either, so get that mixed up. And I'm gonna put some butter in here too. Why not? Let's put about a half a stick of butter. What do you think? Yeah, got olive oil and butter. Good stuff. All right, let me go grab my iPad too, so I can keep the iPad up here, and I can see if I'm missing anyone. That'll help. So we got the cooking cam going here. Let me grab my handy dandy iPad and put the stream on there. And we'll put that up on the top here. How come I didn't get a notification for my stream? Come on. All right, let's see here. Oh, did someone pop in? Oh, good. Clobber Times is here.
Back on solo. Hey there. It's truly an eatery street. I'm eating lunch as we speak.
Oh, you are eating?
Except nothing as good as you're making, I'm sure. Oh, you never know.
You never know. Yeah, where are you at Twin Peaks?
No, I wish. I made some crappy chili cheese dogs, but they'll have to suffice, and I'll mute when I eat some more. But
yeah, that's all good.
I didn't know exactly what time you were coming on. Hello, everybody. Look at Gwag and Fandy. Oh, Six is here.
Six is here.
Love you, Six. Good to see you.
Thank you, Six. Yeah, and Six says, "Yeah, what the heck? Put a half a stick of butter, and I've lived a good life." Yeah, well, that's for sure. Yeah, you can never have too much butter. Well, we're big olive oil fans in our family, and
olive oil. I love olive oil.
And of course, my grandmother. Of course, I'm not skinny anymore like I used to be, but I actually was skinny at one point. But whipped butter, that was her. No margarine, no fake stuff. She was always a whipped butter and real butter, but he always had the whipped butter out. And I always tell the story. My dad, when he met my mom, would cut the grass for my grandfather. He was I'd mentioned you guys before, he was handicapped, so couldn't cut the lawn anymore. And but my grandma would make my dad iced coffee. And he's like, "God, this is the best iced coffee I've ever had in my life. I can't believe how good it is. Every time, I gotta cut the grass, but then I get this great iced coffee." And he's telling he's like, "Carol, why is it so good?" And they looked in the refrigerator, and she would make it with whole cream. She's like the iced coffee, not with half and half, not with whole milk, with whole cream. So yeah.
Sounds good to me. But
iced coffee, yeah.
My son drinks that. I can't handle that stuff.
Oh, I love iced coffee, yep. And Gap After Eric said, "What are we making?" We're making chili today. And if I have time, we're going to do, put in some, these are the beans cooking first.
Chili?
Yep, there's the chili. I put a little salt.
I got Hormel chili on my without beans on my dogs. Does that count?
That counts. Yeah. That's Just the chili. We're having a debate. Yeah, chili con carne, just chili. So let's stir these onions up.
Oh, chili
Melt
with
that
beans is
butter.
great. I mean, but not with on a hot dog. You don't want.
No, not in a hot dog. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Hey,
The
Gap.
Gap. He loves it. Yeah. Yeah. So here's the onions going, and I got a lot more onions to cook. We just did the first chopped the first batch, and for people just joining us, yeah, I'm doing the beans were from a can. Got a lot of Goya beans. I had 4 cans in there, 2 red, 2 pink, and I'm just boiling them, and that gets kind of the cleans them up basically. They taste better. Plus they soften up. So I can turn that down a little. It doesn't have to be a heavy boil, but just simmering and just softens them up. So what'd you do today? Anything exciting or just hanging out, clobbering times?
Sorry, I had to unmute.
Oh, that's okay. Yep.
Nothing. Absolutely.
Nothing.
Because I was so tired from last night. I'm still like 3 episodes behind on my reviews for tonight.
Uh-oh. You have to watch 3 episodes today?
3 more episodes today, which I'll go do in a little bit. But I plan to do it for. I know you were going to do. I forgot you were doing this. So
No, it's all good.
make me some garbage. I always like to eat around this time of day, especially on a Saturday, because I don't want to eat anything for the rest of the day. So my son's out of town, so maybe these garbage, lousy ass hot dogs.
Do you boil your hot dogs or do you fry them?
I boiled them.
You boil them, yep. I boil them. I like boiling them too.
My son puts them on the hair fryer thing, and that's great, but I don't know how to run that stupid thing. So they seem to be better that way, but I don't know. Anyway,
well, in New York, we call them dirty water dogs, and you cook them. You get them in the street vendor, and they're cooked, all day in the dirty water. So I like cooking mine for a long time.
Oh, I didn't do mine very long.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's a New York thing or anyone else does
I thought
that.
you're supposed to do like 5 minutes or something.
No, sometimes I cook them for like an hour. You can, just on low, and they're just.
How long are you supposed to cook?
Well, I mean, they're already cooked to begin with, so I mean, you can eat a hot dog, not, not, we've done that at Boy Scouts. Sometimes the fire goes out.
These are ballpark Frank's basic stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, those are good. Yeah.
Remember the old commercial? Ballpark Franks, they plump when you cook them.
Yep. Oh, on the grill too. I love hot dogs on the grill too. But if I'm in the wintertime and I'm lazy, but yeah, I do love hot dogs on the grill.
LT.
I cook them on the top. LT's here, yeah.
Lord Thought, Avon lives, long live the Legion, buddy.
Oh, is LT seeing my Liberator that I did for you? LT, have you seen the Liberator that I did? Let me know in the chat because I'll grab it and I'll show it in between doing this. I have it on the table. You can always have a Liberator version.
So I'm going to mute while eating.
Yeah, mute while eating, yeah. And don't tell Raquel, but sometimes when I watch the Voyager episodes, I put it on 1.25 or 1.5 speed when I watch it off my hard drive. And that way you can get through your episodes pretty quick. And I do have it on Plex, but on Plex, you can't do that on Plex. Everyone keeps asking for that feature because I ripped the DVDs to my server and I watch them on Plex. So sometimes I just watch them direct, not in Plex, so I can speed on VLC because you can do. And that's what I do for Toxic Tuesday. I watch the movie. At like a lot of times I got to do that slideshow.
I hope you don't do it to Blake 7.
No, I never do that. Well, actually, I do it to Blake 7's, but only when I'm doing the slideshow, and then I watch it again for the watch party. So I watch it twice in one night. So
how do you do it to Blake 7 when it's not on?
Oh, I have it. I have it. Yeah. Yeah, I have it, but I have it. Just to say, I have the DVDs, and I copy the DVDs to my hard drive.
My DVDs are ripped because there's no reason why.
Yeah.
Blake 7.
Yeah, so it's on the hard drive, but then you watch it. I watch it at 1.5 speed because I'm going to watch the episode again that night for the review anyway. So, or for the watch party, and then we talk about it for the review. So, there. Let's get another last Spanish onion in here. These are your good old red onions,
Uh-oh.
which I love.
The chef is here. Mr. Angel, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Mr. Angel. Uh-oh.
He could,
I hope I do things right.
he could critique you.
He can, yeah. And welcome to any and all suggestions. You always learn something. Yeah, and if anyone notices my knife, I did not do this to my chef's knife. I got to send this away to get resharpened, but I won't say who did it. But from the tip of my knife, I was so mad, I dropped it. Like, of course, when I get it back,
an assassin came at him and tried to hit him. Got it went stuck in the wall.
Yeah.
You got a super chat, dude.
Oh, I did. Oh my God, 6.
I
can't see it. You can get it, yeah, because I'm on the. Thank you so much. It's a Super Bowl weekend. Go Bears! The Bears! Thank you so much.
Go Bears!
The Bears!
Thank you, 6. I should have mentioned that.
Wow.
Too. I thought I was waiting for him to get it, but I forgot he was like.
Yeah, I'm trying not to chop my fingers off as I do this. So.
I love you, 6. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And why don't you play a clip for 6? Got to play something.
Let's see. What would be a good clip to play for 6? There you go.
But I pity the fool.
Get those nerds! 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 What?
Bueller.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you, 6. That was very nice. Yeah, appreciate it. Much appreciated. Yep. And I'm now catching up to the chat. I can put my iPad up so I can see it now. Yeah, Gap says, yeah, it's true that cooking on gas is better than electric. Yeah, that definitely for sure. And I'm just catching up here. And what's cooking, Doc, Mr. Angel? Chili. Yep. All right, so let's chop these onions up.
Yep.
Let's, Scotty, we need power.
Yucky onions. Ugh.
Oh, onions are so good.
I like onions sometimes, but
yeah. And you don't have to, totally mince them up. But
did they make you cry?
Well, I've got my contacts in, so that actually really helps with your having contacts. It covers your eyes up, so your eyes can't. Well, the bad thing is you can't breathe as much, so you don't want to leave your contacts in all the time. But it protects your eyes. I'm feeling it a little bit right now because these are just so many onions here.
Hey,
so
Steve.
for anyone,
I know Steve was here.
Yep, Steve is here. Yep. So for anyone following home, so far we've had I think it was 4 red onions and Vidalia onions. Oh, my mom's calling me now, Mom. I can't answer the phone now because if I do, you're going to be on YouTube with me.
If you want to mute, I'll take over while you answer it. All right, everybody.
Here, hopefully.
Oh, did you want to answer it? Dude, I'll answer it. I'll take over if you want to answer it.
No, it's... Yeah, let me go. But let me call it from my house phone because if I call, I'm using my cell phone for...
That's your mom. You want to take that. You never know, man.
Yeah, you never know. So let me mute myself on here and then... She's just probably asking about the Super Bowl tomorrow. She should be watching the show. But yeah, thank you. I'll let me just put this on low. Let me mute myself on here. If you can cover for me, that'd be awesome.
You got it covered, no problem. All right,
okay, should be muted.
Yeah, he'll be right back, folks. Y'all, when your mom calls, you answer the damn phone. The way it works. And yes, he's those onions, yuckola. I mean, they're probably fine for the chili, though. So, yeah, Steve had to put the toddler down for a little nap. Okay, to help him out. He's doing well there, buddy. And, yeah. Let's see. What's everybody doing on a Saturday today? Everybody all right? Just chilling out wherever you are. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe it's 3:21 here already. Man, I was so dead from not getting any sleep yesterday on going on the road, then doing like stream after stream after stream. I did 3 streams in a row. No, 2 maybe, whatever it was. And then, man, sat down and got through a whole Voyager episode and planned to try to do the other ones. Like, but it was 12 and 1 at night or whatever, and boom. I couldn't even move to like something like 2 o'clock today because I stayed up so late. And I didn't sleep yesterday. So all raring to go though with this lousy lunch I just made myself. But lousy though it is, gonna have some Saturday night Star Trek tonight with Raquel and stuff. I got to catch up on my Voyager episode. So wow, can I stay awake through 3 whole episodes before tonight? Time will tell. Give it a shot anyway. Yep. So yes, indeediousness. It should be fine. Who is? And no, we don't like the sports baller here. We're not going to sports ball any of you. But will any of you watch the Super Bowl? If you were tired, there are a couple of Voyager episodes this week that will help you sleep, says Gwag. Gwag is not the biggest Voyager fan, folks. Not the biggest Voyager fan is Gwag. Angel. Mr. Angel says it's making him hungry. Go get some more chicken soup, eh? What's up? Hey, Dad, man. Excuse me, Mrs. Dad, man. What's up there? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well, my dear, and hope the family's good. Fandy says, what's your opinion of all these beans going into chili? Con carne. I don't know what that con carne means. That's chili. Oh, that's chili with meat. No bloody pinto, candied red, and bang. It depends on what kind of beans are in there. I like chili. I like normal beans with chili. When I get actual, I'm just eating chili. But when, of course, with a hot dog, no beans. Gwag says I like Voyager. It is the writers, producers of stories and plot lines that I don't like. Love it. Tonight, after the reviews, we're going to have a special guest on to hang out with for a few minutes. I think we owe it to Voyager because we beat up on Voyager so much. We're going to have our wonderful friend Katie Carr, who is the biggest Voyager fan in the world. Come on and hang out with us for a little bit after the reviews.
I'm back. Mom's at ShopRite, and she didn't pick up her cell phone, but she's probably asking me if I wanted a chicken or something, or if I needed anything. Yeah, God bless her, but
she's okay.
Kept trying her number. I guess she's okay, but when she's not too young and using the cell phone, who knows? She's in the store, so I'm assuming she's fine. Let's see if she calls back.
And now Dadman are here.
Hey, the Dadman clan. How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. Yep. Watch the chili getting cooked. So what do you think? I think I need one more onion. Let's do one yellow. I think that should be enough onions. I could do one more yellow onion, but I think that's enough. So we're just gonna.
Lord God, are you rewound in the chat or what, buddy? But Avon lives, long lives the Legion.
Oh yeah, did we? Well, yeah, I'm just gonna grab the Liberator anyway. I'll just show it to you guys. So why not? While this cooks.
Remember, he said something. And now he's saying he popped it earlier, but now he's back.
He's back, yeah. So I think LT's seen the Liberator, but getting ready to send this to you.
LT, are you up to speed? Oh, I got you. Okay. Because that happens to me. That happens to me sometimes. I don't realize it, but I'm farther back in the chat than the live. Oh, there you go. Well,
I don't want to drop this in the chili, but you know, this is the geekery portion of it.
Mm.
So there's a liberty. I was asking my niece which way it should go.
And
she didn't know Blake said, and she said this way. This is the front.
She thinks the green engine room.
Yeah, it should be the front, and the back is the engines.
Wrong, but that's okay.
wrong. And here's the stand. So that was one of the last things I was working on. I had to paint the stand and print that.
Beautiful.
So
how did you? How are you in the show? Oh, there you go. You got two things.
Well, I got the. I'm in the on my laptop, but I can't see the laptop. You know, it's on my counter, and then I have the added myself, which is a StreamYard trick. You can pay for it. You add yourself. You send the link to your cell phone, or you add yourself as your cell phone as a camera, so you can do two cameras. And Mrs. Dadman does that too when she does her great build stream. So you can add another instance.
Sandy's asking,
which is pretty cool.
Some cooking questions.
Okay.
It says, what's your opinion of all these beans going into chili con carne? Chilies with meat, no bloody pinko, no beans at all. Like, yeah, for me, that only works for hot dogs. I don't mind normal chili, but just normal beans. If they put all kind of crazy crap in it, I probably don't like it. But
yeah,
you know. So, do you add chicken, vegetable, or more correctly, some beef broth with extra depth as you soften the onions? I don't know anything about that, but chicken, no. Chicken should stay away from chili.
Well, yeah, you could do a little chicken broth, or you put a pinch of water in here. But there's so much water in these onions that usually I don't. But I could ask Mr. Angel what he thinks of that. But you could probably the chicken broth, if you had a little bit in there, it's pretty neutral salty flavor. It's going to go away once you have the beef going.
Brogu from my old hometown. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Brogu. Oh, because we've got, I think Dadman is on the Twitch side, so I'm streaming to Twitch, and I'm also streaming to Twitter X.
He is.
Or X. Slowly and surely we get, Elon Musk is brainwashing us to say X. That's his favorite number is X. I think he named his kids X or 10 or.
The next
personally, I like number 9 the best, but I would have, if I was a multi-bazillionaire, I would have bought Twitter and called it 9. But you got 7 of 9. But
yep. Be right back, by the way.
Sure thing. Oh, what was the question? Should I add chicken broth to the onions to help reduce them, or beef broth? I just have some butter and olive oil in here, Mr. Angel, right now. But I figure I'd ask the chef because we got a chef here, right? So. So I'm just getting these reduced. I'm gonna cook the ground beef next, and here's our beans cooking. And actually, I might strain these, change the water on these beans, strain them out. So let's try that. That water's looking pretty dirty, which is okay, but I like getting that all the stuff from the can as the beans were sitting in the can, getting that off. Yep. Tiny bit when they're glazed, yes, possible. Thank you. Yeah, always ask the expert, and never be ashamed to ask a question. That's always ask if you don't know or you're not sure. People know their stuff. Let me get my pot holders here. Pot holders out. Let's get the strainer out. Oh, here's my Batman mug. I got that for Christmas, so I might as well show that off. Always got to be dry. I'm just drinking some mango juice, Red Dwarf Spirit. But Got to stay hydrated, right? No alcohol today. All right, let's get that strainer out. I got the big strainer here. Sorry about the sound effects. I want to get these beans strained. I'm glad the cell phone is working, so that's good. Wasn't sure how easy it would work. All right. Beans away. Let me fill this pot back up with water, and we're going to keep simmering the beans.
Yeah.
Then we're going to do the ground beef.
It's cold outside. There's no kind of atmosphere. Actually, it's not cold outside. I wish it was.
Yeah, it's 60 degrees here today in the Northeast, or 59, or
It's
crazy.
See, you'll get return of cold weather. I won't. It's probably done here.
Probably done, right? Yeah, but this is ridiculously warm,
Yeah.
warm weather for us.
77 degrees here. That's nothing unusual about that. So next week we're going to get some nice coldies again, or the usual, like in the 60s and 50s in the day, and then in the 30s and 40s at night. For
Well, at night it really gets down, right? Yeah, for you guys, yeah.
Not bad though.
Not too bad, right? Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, we got the onions going too fast there. Turn that down. Don't want to burn anything. Don't want to burn anything. Too bad Crichton's not here to help stir.
Puncture repair kit on standby, sir. I think you're doing an absolutely marvelous job cooking, sir.
Thank you.
Even though all you make and eat is curries.
Yeah. How many thousands of pounds of curry did they steal, or did they?
Yeah.
Lister, the big curry fan.
Yep. Well, that lady said that when they were interviewing her for Rimmer's takeover for Renner's hologram, when she said, "Oh, we don't eat curry all the time." No. Last week we had a pizza. But you do smell like you have a lot of curries.
So here are the beans all cleaned up. Just putting them back in the pot to rinse some more. Now the water's a lot cleaner there, and you get all that canned slimy residue out of there. And
hey, Mars Monkey Max MMM.
Hey MMM, hope you're doing well.
So this is for tomorrow, right?
This is for tomorrow, yeah. And chili's always better the next day, for sure. So what I'm going to do is get another pot out, transfer these onions, and we're going to start doing the ground beef. Let me get, I need my chili powder here. Let me grab that. I'm going to need that. Let's grab another pot.
LT, did you get to see that Liberator?
Sorry about the pots clanging. Probably you're going crazy. Sorry. Small kitchen. Yeah, LT, did you get to see the Liberator?
Mr. Angel says you don't wash beans before cooking.
Oh, they're from the can. They're from the can, Mr. Angel. So I rinsed them, but then I boiled them, but then there's some of that can residue that doesn't come off. So yeah, the old days I used to buy them, in the bag and then let them sit overnight. Or the trick would, obviously, Mr. Angel knows you can boil them for like an hour to soften them up. Yeah, these I just I've been lazy as I get older, and they're from the can. So
yeah, MMM. Yes, we start season 5 tonight. Are you wearing a Darth Vader shirt?
Yeah, this is my my Darth Vader apron. Yep.
Apron.
Yep, my kids got me. Yep, apron. Yep. So,
we do 4 episodes a night, starting at the beginning. 4 episodes a week, usually. Unless it's the end of the week or whatever. I'm into the season, whatever. So we have 4 episodes tonight, sir. Episode Night, Drone, 2 others. And 2 others.
I watched 5. I've been sick with the flu, so I watched like 5 or 6 episodes on Voyager, and I can't remember any of them right now. So Raquel's gonna say no talking about the episode, but Raquel, I can't remember what I watched until we talk about it, maybe. And I do like Voyager too. I mean, I think I heard.
Okay. Night was
I just totally forgetting what I watched until you mentioned the synopsis or
slight spoiler preview. I thought I only got to see the first of the 4 so far. I gotta go back in a little bit. I gotta go watch them.
Go watch it.
I've never cut it this close before. And then I thought that was all right. The first one.
What was the first one about? Just the
Night.
What happened in that one? I mean, just totally drawing a total blank.
LT said, I haven't watched the episodes for tonight since they first came out. I first watched those. Yep, I first binged. I saw Voyager here and there back when it came out. I didn't watch the show regularly. And then around 2016, when it was the 50th anniversary of Real Trek, I decided there were some gaps. I had not watched all of DS9. I had not watched all of, I'm pretty sure I'd watched all of TNG. I've watched Enterprise many times, all of it. And Real Trek, of course. So I decided I watched all of DS9 for the first time because I'd only seen bits of it. And that was 2016, mind you, because I just never cared about those shows much. Then I watched all of the Voyager, and that was a slog there. I mean, I kept stopping for a while and going back. I admit it. So other than 2016, these episodes, I have not seen any of these since then, probably. The only ones I went back and watched a few times from Voyager after 2016 were the Barclay ones. I really like those.
And that gave Mr. Angel had a suggestion: take the floating beans out and strain them out and throw them away. So thank you for that suggestion, Chef.
Indeed. Mr. Angel also said, I just do it from memory. But some episodes either left no memory on or I repressed the memory. It doesn't haunt me in my dreams. So just in my dreams. I understand.
I mean, I don't think Voyager is that bad. I think we're a little harsh on it. And of course, my ratings are a little bit higher. But I think it's not that bad. It's just, I mean, there is some stuff that's not good. All right, I'm not,
I agree with you. No one's harsh as number 1. We love her.
Yeah,
he's harsh.
And it's still Star Trek. I mean, it's still
you big meanie number 1. Now we love you.
Yeah. I mean, plus it's also a little different when you're reviewing something to be critical of it and you're really watching it to give it a review versus, hey, I'm just home at night. I'm kicking my legs back and have a beer.
No, Voyager is that bad. Hey, LT, as I watch more Enterprise episodes than Voyager, I've watched Enterprise not quite as much as the original series, but close. All the way through, I've watched it probably 3 or 4 times, 5 maybe. And sometimes when I get in just a mood to just pick a random episode or 2 or 3, just like I do with the original series, I've done that with Enterprise. The other Treks, I haven't done that with much.
And here's a little bit of minced garlic. I'm being lazy. Just going to put that in the ground beef before I throw the ground beef in.
Oh, absolutely. Same here, LT. I love Enterprise, and we can't wait till we get to Enterprise.
Yeah, Enterprise I did like a lot better on the review. Rewatch, I should rewatch. Yep. I like watching T'Pol more than Seven. Yeah. Here's what I'm putting in. T'Pol is a great character, but here's my ground beef. So we're doing 3.2 pounds of ground beef from Acme Market, 80% lean, 20% fat. I don't like the low fat stuff for my chili. I don't know what you guys think, but
no, I hear you. No, I don't blame you. I hear you. I'm with you there on Fanti, and yeah, Matt, MMM. Yeah, I hear you. MMM says Never finished Voyager.
An Insane Way makes way too many suspects. That's what one. If I have time, I'll do the mashup for tonight. Was she's one of the episodes, isn't she? Second guessing herself and going crazy about what happened, why they're stuck in the Delta Quadrant. What episode was that? Was that the fifth? That's Night. All right, yeah. So she's of course it's only natural for Captain to have self doubts, but you think they would have raised that more in the episode. And yeah, her characters just, they don't give her enough Kirk moments, unfortunately, where she's got these kick-ass moments, and now they're giving all those moments to 7 and 9 Jerry Ryan. So I can see why Jerry Ryan is not Mulgrew was not happy about her introduction to the show.
Mm-hmm. Way it goes.
Yep. Yeah, and she's one of the most gorgeous women on the planet. That's on TV. There's gorgeous women out there everywhere. But
I think I'm with LT. I love Seven. I think Seven's gorgeous.
Yeah.
But man, if T'Pol doesn't have her surpassed for me, it's a tie at least. It's a tie. I mean, it's close.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's very close. Yeah.
I love T'Pol.
And there's some eye candy on Enterprise too. I mean, those guys are in freaking great shape. I mean, Captain Archer, Trip.
Hoshi's a cutie. But then the ladies have way more eye candy than we do.
Yeah, the guys are sexy on that show.
Ladies like Scott Dracula and they like Connor Trenier, and they even like what's it? Travis and Malcolm.
I mean, that volleyball episode, where they're playing volleyball on the desert planet. How many times did you rewatch that? Just kidding, but they're I'm joking, but there's a lot of guy candy.
In that one.
We'll call it guy candy. Is that a word?
I don't know.
Can I call it guy candy?
I'd rather not think about it. But
well, why not? Let's not discriminate, right? But that's the funny thing. I always laugh. Like the comic book, Captain America is drawn, as the ultimate male, and when the women are drawn, like that, then it's for the male gaze. But
only for feminazis. Only to feminazis.
Yeah, but to the Mr. Angel heavy breathing sense, yeah. And MMM, I'm not sure about that. If you're talking about Jerry Ryan, she was famous for a divorce case, and Obama somehow got his hands on her divorce records. So Senator Ryan, who would have easily won re-election as an incumbent, there's no doubt about that. There's all kind. I'm not going to get into it here, but let's just say there were some dalliances and things that weren't so reputable, allegedly. And when the divorce records got unsealed, he had to drop out, and then there was no good candidate. And then was it Alan? Who was the candidate that came in from out of state, basically, to run against Obama? Alan. Oh, I can't remember him. He was a guy who was on conservative radio. I'm forgetting his last name. And he got demolished. So that's how Obama got in, because Obama was just the state senator. He eventually, I'm sure, would have done very well in politics, but his career was accelerated by getting that state senator seat or the Senate seat in Chicago or in Illinois.
Basically, Jerry Ryan gave us Obama.
Yeah. And he ran for president. What was only 2 years in the Senate or 4 years in the Senate?
After that speech, the 2004 Democrat
convention, yeah. Yep. So that's
which everyone loved that speech. That speech was poo-poo.
Wow. And MMM says, look at that beef. Should I do another pound of beef?
Yes.
Mix of the bean, yeah. I think we'll do the other pound of beef. Yeah, so
more beef.
More beef. Show me the beef. Yeah, might as well do another pound. Yep. So I think I'm going to have too much. I always like having half and half ratio. So let's do another. This is another pound and a quarter.
Acme, huh? Is it going to blow up in your face? And,
I hope not.
Knock you off a cliff and stuff? And You know, Acme. When I see the word Acme, I think of either before Marvin Acme. I think of the Acme Dynamite Company.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that Acme versus Roadrunner movie might not get released now. Remember, Warner Brothers was shopping around, and they've turned down a bunch of deals, and it looks like that's not going to get released to theaters. I hope someday they get it, but I guess they get more money from a tax write-off. But what I've heard is, the Batgirl movie was unwatchable, and people watch it, but everyone seems to like this Acme versus Roadrunner when they see it. Will Forte is in it, or Fort. Forte. Well, it's really Fort, but Forte. And everyone's saying more beef. Yeah, he says Forte, but actually the correct pronunciation is Fort. But what do I know?
You mean like Brett Favre?
Favre. Well, yeah, because it's Forte. There's an E there. So like my last name is an ET. So you say A, and it's in French. So it's not Fort, it's Forte.
But aren't you?
But I mean, it's Forte. It's Fort, not Forte. Sorry.
But aren't you with Brett Favre?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember something about Mary?
Yeah.
Ben Stiller said, "Well, fat idiot Brett Favre showed up," and I said, "What the hell is Brett Favre doing here? I'm here to play in town to play the Dolphins, dumbass, and they put me in a movie." So, he didn't say the movie part. And then later, when he said to her, he was crying. That was Ben Stiller said, "Aren't you with? I thought you were with Brett Favre."
Nope.
Favre. Brett Favre is a hero. Brett Favre. If there's a more overrated quarterback in football, this is Super Bowl season. Never went to it. All time, most overrated quarterback in football is Brett Favre. John Madden used to. I'm not going to use the words.
Yeah.
But yeah. Boy, he loved him, didn't he?
Yep.
Yes, he won a Super Bowl, but he also lost one, and he cost three different times his team to go to one.
Yep.
And he was the interception king, isn't he?
Oh yeah, and he gave the guy from the Giants a sack record when he allegedly.
He gave Michael Strahan. He laid down for a sack for Michael Strahan to give him the record. Yeah. That sucks. But I love him because he gave us a Super Bowl. So.
Yeah. No, he is an all-time great, but he had his not so great moments, like we all have, I guess, right? But look at we're talking about Super Bowl weekend, and this is not Sunday Night Geekery. This is Eatery, so we can sports ball it. But
if this is for a Super Bowl thing, I got to tell everybody this is for Super Bowl food, so we can talk about
Super Bowl food. Yeah, giving ourselves dispensation, but if you look at let's Eli Manning beat Tom Brady twice, and then if you throw in, say the Patriots lose that Super Bowl to the Seahawks, if they didn't have that interception, if they handed off the ball to who was the running back then, the amazing running back, Marshawn Lynch, right? I mean, at least if you go down, with your A game, right? It's like in baseball, the analogy, you want to beat that number one pitcher, that you don't want to have your number one closer on the bench. And then the Falcons, Tom Brady should have lost that Super Bowl to the Falcons, right?
What if that pass had been made? Then won't we be talking about it?
Yeah, so that would be Brady would have lost 4 Super Bowls.
He should have lost 4 Super Bowls. Hey,
right?
The first one he should have lost. The Rams screwed up and left too much time. The second one, the Panthers should have beat him. The Eagles had a shot to beat him. He didn't blow out anyone in any Super Bowl that I can remember.
Yeah. And that does not trying to take away from him as a QB, no. But I'm saying just look how it can flip. They can flip on it.
Adam Vinatieri got his ass the Super Bowl.
Of course, one of the years the Giants won, Phil Simms got hurt, and you had the backup quarterback winning the Super Bowl for the Giants in was that in 90 or Phil?
Jeff
Hostetler. Yep.
They did. By the way, Tom Brady should be sending like Mo Lewis $1 million a year to live off of. You know why, of course.
Why?
In 2000 or 2001, Mo Lewis is the one who knocked the crap out of Drew Bledsoe, knocked him out of the game.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
For the Jets.
Yeah, because he was the number one quarterback. Yeah.
Bledsoe, better or worse, Brady would not have seen the football field. Arguably, if Bledsoe, let's say, got him to the playoffs, and even if they didn't go to the Super Bowl, he'd have still been the starter the next year.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Bledsoe was a good quarterback, and he was a well-loved quarterback. He loved him. They loved him there.
Yeah.
So Tom Brady would have had to go somewhere else.
Well, that was Parcells was the quarterback. The head coach, right, with the Patriots.
Well,
right, with Bledsoe.
When they drafted Bledsoe.
Right, and then Belichick came in. Right, or no, was it with the Jets, or was it the Jets, or with the
what?
Was Parcells coach of the Patriots for a while?
Yeah. He got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I got too many onion fumes here. Yeah, that was Bledsoe in the Super Bowl. Yeah,
it was Bledsoe way before.
Yeah. And was Belichick his defensive coordinator at that time, or?
No, he wasn't even at New England at that point.
He was at
Cleveland.
Was he at the Browns? Yeah, no one picked up Belichick this year.
Nope.
To be a head coach, yeah. He was supposed to go to the Falcons.
And he claims that they didn't even give him an offer.
Yeah.
Arthur Blank said he didn't give him an offer. Well, LT says this is to serve the first Super Bowl in which he hates in a while where he hates both teams.
Wow. Yeah.
I never hated the Chiefs, but now they're starting to kind of making me hate them a little bit. But I still think Mahomes is a cool story and all, but now he's getting full of himself. I hate the 49ers because I grew up in the early days when my team, the Saints, were in the same division, the NFC West, with the 49ers. I hated them. All those years I had to watch Joe Montana destroy our dreams. And then I got to go see him play in the Dome a few times, and he destroyed us. Even though one of them was cheated, the refs cheated. But anyway, so I respected Montana, but I still hated the 69ers, even though I respected them. But I got to say, I think the Chiefs are probably – anytime when it comes to a Super Bowl, you got to kind of err on – if you're betting now, and I can't believe that – I don't know who – I think it's like a 2-point favorite, like the 49ers, or maybe a 2-point favorite. But Chiefs would probably be favored. But I think you got to go with experience. And therefore, I think, Andy Reid is a vast experience. Mahomes now is very experienced, especially when I mean experience, I don't just mean time playing the game. I mean playing in the big game. This team has now will have been playing in their fourth Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that counts for a lot. Whereas this 69ers team, there aren't too many of them left from the last time they went. There are a few. But I do have to say that even though, I just hope we don't have to look at, Taylor Swift every 5 seconds, which we are. But I kind of like the Brock Purdy story. I'm going to
that's a great story.
I'm going to root for Brock Purdy because I don't like the 69ers, but
no, that's a great story.
I like him. Good kid.
No, that's
I always felt bad for Shane Falco. I love the replacements.
I got a question for Mr. Angel. Should I bother draining this ground beef or just leave that grease in there? It's all goodness and tastes good anyway if Mr. Angel is still there. Usually I don't bother draining it, but just ask the chef.
I agree. Romo was overrated.
And now there's a lot of people hitting back against his MMM says leave it. Yeah, usually I leave it, but if the chef is here, see what he says.
Oh, he's leaving.
Before I put the chili powder and everything.
I think Mr. Angel said he's leaving.
Oh, he's leaving. No. MMM said leave it, but Mr. Angel's not in the chat anymore. Or
he said, I have to go. Sorry, enjoy your weekend. That was about a minute and a half. almost 2 minutes ago.
Oh, I just missed him. Oh, I didn't see it. Yeah. So, I would have. Well, I'm just going to leave it in then. Usually I leave it. Thank you, Mr. Angel, for being here. Yep. So this
Marc?
is, let me just tell everyone what's going in.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Texas chili, bowl of red, and seasoned 2 pounds of meat. This is Carroll Shelby, so I'm just throwing this in here. Stir that in. That's your chili seasoning, and I add my own seasoning too. But I always start with Carroll Shelby's.
Fancy says he leaves it.
He leaves it too. Okay. Yeah, normally I leave it, but
you made Angel hungry. MMM said.
And then keep transferring some onions as we go there. Now this is the cayenne pepper. So on this recipe, so I'm gonna throw the cayenne. Usually, my family is a bunch of wimps. They don't like it too spicy. But here's the instructions: brown the ground beef, drain fat, add tomato sauce. I always do it my own way, water, spice packet. We'll just do all the. There's not a lot of cayenne pepper there, so we'll throw that. We'll throw that in there. Then we can taste it as we go. And I got jalapenos to add, but we'll throw that cayenne pepper in. And this is a little bit more meat than the recipe calls for. And then this is your flour to thicken it, but don't put that in till the end. You don't want to have this thick to start with. There we go.
I bought some powdered water, but I didn't know what to add.
You know, I should be using. Let me show you guys here what we got. Here's my spatulas. But we got a lightsaber.
Did you get those at Spatula City?
Spatula City, yep.
Spatula City, Spatula Cities. Spatula City. We say spatulas, and that's all.
Yeah, from the great Rush Limbaugh. One of the crazy bumpers.
It's from Al Yankovic, the movie UHF.
Oh, it's from UHF, all right. Yeah. I better use my lightsaber spatula, right? Here we go.
But yeah, Russ used to play that a lot.
Yeah, right. I haven't seen UHF in years and years, so we gotta watch it. I forgot that.
All on UHF.
All right, so now I'm gonna add some whiskey. This is a little bit of old granddad whiskey. Mark, happy 40th. I'm 55 now, so this is 15-year-old whiskey. But that's just a drop I'm gonna throw in there. It's my secret ingredient. And let's throw some Myers dark rum. Remember, nothing says love like the gift of a spatula. LT said, you had me at whiskey. Some rum going in here. A little Myers dark rum. And
I'm sick of these stupid sites. You have to disable your ad blocker.
Yeah. Well, people got to get paid. A little Cointreau going in. I like that little orange contrast there. Well, usually they show you how to do it, right?
Anyway, go ahead, Tom.
No, that's okay. So I'm just putting my alcohol in there, which I love. I don't drink anymore, really, but well, this ground beef is looking pretty good, and these onions are reducing down. So the idea is you get your onions, so you don't even know the onions are there, but you get the flavor of the onions. That's what you want. You don't want. I hate that texture of a slimy onion, but you want to have that flavor. I don't measure anything. I probably should measure stuff, but I never measure anything, and I just taste as I go. I'm putting in some dark brown sugar in. I know if Steve Mitchum's here, he's not going to like this, but probably about a cup of dark brown sugar. Throw that in. can always add more if you want for flavor, but I just love that brown sugar with the, it's kind of like a riff on baked beans, really. So it ends up being a hot, sweet and hot chili with that brown sugar taste. When you taste this ground beef, just the ground beef with this mixture here with the alcohol and it's good. Like it's damn good on some nachos. Yeah. Hey Jeremy, when do we come over? Tomorrow. Hey. Yeah.
Lord Dog takes onions. Wow.
Yeah, the brown sugar offsets the heat from the peppers. Yep. So I'm gonna try a little taste here. See how we're doing.
As long as I can't, they're not like. I mean, I don't mind. Them in stuff, but I hate them on a hamburger. I like onion rings. Onions have to be a certain way for me. Yes, when they're cooked and hidden, exactly. I'll tell you, I'm exactly the same way. Like, for example, they're really obnoxious on a McRib.
Are you talking onions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I like doing them like this, so they're all chopped up and then they just reduce down to nothing.
Yeah.
Actually, Mom told me when she makes mashed potatoes, she'll chop up a couple onions and boil in the water with the potatoes for flavor, and you don't even know that they're there, I guess. Yeah. But she adds like flavor to the mashed. Leave it to an Italian to do Irish mashed potatoes with onions. I don't know if the Irish do it that way, but
you need to check back in with her in a minute, by the way.
Oh yeah, I should try. She hadn't called back, so she was probably just asking if I needed something. Yeah, I should check back. Yeah,
be on the safe side.
Yep, I'm sure she was just asking. Do you need anything at the store? Yep, she always calls me from the store. Would you like a chicken?
Would anyone like any toast?
Talkie toaster. Mars Migrant said, when I was engineering in Oregon, all my friends were chefs and taught me different techniques. Well, there's a lot of science to cooking, right? So that's for sure. Yep. So this is not that spicy right now, but let me taste it. Let's see. It's got a little kick. I mean, of course you can't taste it over the internet. I'm gonna add some more dark chili powder here. And I'm just throwing that in. That's from, is that from Restaurant Depot? Probably, yep. A little more chili flavor there in the meat. So I always like cooking the meat separately. Obviously, without the beans or anything else in there. And gradually as we go, I'll keep adding some more onions to this pot. As you can see, the onions just kind of disappear into that ground beef. And let's add some, this has got a really good flavor. This is smoky paprika. Oh, there we go.
Did you add water? Because Mim said you're not supposed to add water.
No, I didn't add any water yet.
Or oil.
Yep. Well, no, I have some, I did add a little oil to the bottom of the pot for when I was cooking the garlic that went in here. So I had some, just not to burn the garlic and to cook that. This is kind of spicy, so let me stir this in. So this is pretty nice smoky flavor. That's why none of my chili is the same, because I don't know, we bought this somewhere, found this somewhere. Let's mix that in. Actually, it's gonna discolor my Luke's saber. I'm gonna switch to Darth Vader. There we go. And this is some good stuff too. This is slap your mama. No, never do that in real life, but this has got a good, damn good flavor.
Love that stuff. I use Tony Chester's, but I like that one too. You must have ordered that from down south.
They have it up here now. I mean, that's a good thing. You can get
Wow.
I mean, I used to have a friend send it to me, but
Slap your mama. That's very nice.
yeah, it's good stuff. Yep. And we don't have to do. There's so much. You could do granulated onion and garlic powder, but it's loaded up in there anyways with all those onions. So when you have fresh stuff, you don't have to do that. I'm not going to put this in. There's another spice I love, emeralds. Original essence.
Yeah. More New Orleans stuff over there. He's
Yep.
from New Orleans.
Commander's Palace.
I know
And actually,
I've been there, but I've not been there. I know plenty of people who have been there.
oh, it was good. That was a good dinner. Yeah. I don't know if I think he'd opened his own restaurant by
Was
that
friends
time.
with Rush used to go there all the time.
Yeah. So this is just bowl and basket paprika. Throwing that in there. But yeah, that's Emerald's essence. And he went to Johnson and Wales in Rhode Island cooking school, and actually someone from friend from work, her husband was in Emerald's class. So I have Emerald's yearbook photo. She sent me, took a picture of it. This was years ago, but we went to school in the 70s. But he's got a big head of hair there. Yeah, but I love Emerald. Buy a lot of his stuff. And yeah, he's great. Yeah, and he's a great ambassador for cooking. He's a lot of fun because you got to have a good personality too, right? I mean, you just can't.
Mm-hmm.
And let's throw some black pepper in there. I mean, they were the original. I'm not going to call them YouTube stars, but yeah, you got to have. If you're on TV, someone could be a better chef than Emerald, but he combines with the Emerald's fantastic, of course, but he's got a great personality. Just throw a little bit of black pepper in there. I think our meat is getting pretty good here. I gotta sample it. That's the one thing. How do you convey how something tastes? Let's try it a little bit. Let's see. Well, that's good. No, I mean, you wouldn't want to eat it just like this because it's over saturated with the flavor, but that's going to get rubbed off into the tomato sauce and everything else. So you kind of want a bold flavor for your ground beef as you start. Let me put some more onions in here. As those are reducing. As you can see, then I have my pot problem. I'm not making too much. Like, you need a bigger pot. That is my biggest pot, other than my lobster pot. Yep. You love Emerald, but we have seen no bam at all today. Bam! Yes, I should have bammed some stuff in. All right, so now this, I love. This is one of the recipes you can use. This is Rotel and diced tomatoes with habaneros.
Mm-hmm.
So they put one of these in the chili. So let's get that opened up. We'll bam that in. Yep. And that's actually one of my easy appetizers we can make too. Is making that. It's Velveeta. What you do Velveeta, cheese. Got my cheese whiz. And you do a can of Rotel.
You're gonna make you're gonna make some cheese dip.
Make some cheese dip, yeah. So do they have the recipe? Or I think it's on the can of Rotel.
You can do that today. Today, though,
I don't know if I have. I don't know. I might not. I might do my garlic sauce today because you got to go watch.
No. I mean,
go watch some.
Not just that. I'm saying I would think you would want to do the cheese dip the day of.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you want to do it the day of, and I'm not going to do a big batch. Right? I think I'm going to do the bacon wrap. Some of the bacon wrap meatballs.
Rotel cheese.
Oh, you like that Rotel?
Whoop. Yeah.
That's a classic.
The cheese dip. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorites. Yep. So we're taking.
Doesn't do me any favors now, but you're putting that in the freaking.
Oh yeah, God, yeah. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you get your habaneros in there. So that adds some nice kick to it.
Yeah,
Sometimes I do 1 or 2 cans. And then I also have, these are not spicy. The other, the other can says this is the hot, and then these are just the regular diced green chilies. And add some nice texture to your chili too. So do 1 hot, 1 not. And like I said, growing up, I always had to. My dad could not touch anything hot, so I always had to, make it mild. And then you could add your red pepper on the side.
Yep. FKHC 2005. Hike. What's up, buddy?
Hail.
Fairfax.
Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, what's up, man? How you do?
Oh, MMM uses 1 hot, 1 not too. Yep.
Yeah. I don't mind a little spice.
Yep. So we'll test that.
Say Tim. I will say Tim from now on, FK. Tim it is. You got it, brother.
We'll put this in the recycling bin. There we go. Oh, bam! Yeah, still got no bam. Yeah.
Still no bam. What does he mean by that?
Bam! That's Emerald's phrase. Bam! When he puts something in. Yep. Add the flavor. Yep. Let me taste it now. Of course, I don't want to make it too hot either. You never know if people are wimpy.
Yeah, you don't want to burn it up. So now,
not too hot. Yep. Not too hot.
I like my Popeye's chicken spicy, of course, but
Yep.
Well, I had some good catfish yesterday, man. I should have ordered more of it.
I love catfish. Yep. So let's throw some Tuttorosso, crushed tomatoes with basil. Let's do a can of that. And then we got a can of tomato sauce too. And sub to 70s rock fan, yep.
That's true.
Emerald would have bammed that can of the recycling bin. Yes, he would have, yeah.
70s rock fan was a man, yeah.
Oh, that's good on pizzas too. He said, MMM is saying the crushed tomatoes, yep. Oop. Bam. Oh, I gotta clean this kitchen floor when I'm done. All right. Bam, into the recycling bin. There we go. So here's your crushed tomatoes with basil. 1 can of that. If anyone's following along at home.
I thought you had tomatoes in there. That's the crisp ones, eh? There you go.
Fancy tomato sauce, really? Yes, really. This is Marc's chili con carne. Marc's creation, yep. You're still invited over to taste it, yep. It's good stuff. Everyone always comes back for more every year, so. Yeah, most people probably don't put tomato sauce in, but. Oh, and I forgot to bam it. Bam! Here, bam into the recycle bin.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't realize. I forgot. Yeah, the Super Bowl's back here in New Orleans. Tim, that means the Saints will have to be something suspicious will have to happen to them, even though they're not really good enough to go anyway. But they're gonna have to make sure make bad things happen to them because they don't want.
That's next year.
Yeah, I didn't realize we had 220. We had 2025. I guess so. Wow. We haven't had it since 2012. So.
Let's do another taste test here.
You know the 2 places that there have had the most Super Bowls?
Where?
New Orleans and Miami.
Wow.
So we had a lot of them. Lots and lots of them. You know, the location that had the coldest Super Bowl?
What's that? Detroit? Was it Detroit or was it
New Orleans?
New Orleans ended up being the coldest Super Bowl?
Remember, in Detroit and Minnesota, they were inside. So they're talking about.
Oh, well, yeah. The actual game itself. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, because I remember watching I love watching all the old Super Bowl shows this weekend. So
yeah, I have to watch them. I have to seek them out. I've watched them millions of times, but I don't have NFL Network anymore. But yeah, I love those old
on YouTube. Yeah,
those old highlights with John Facenda doing the voice of Super Bowl. Most of those Super Bowls in the early days were blowouts, but still, I love watching this. Until
I think they said was Detroit the first cold weather? I mean, yeah, it was in the dome, but was Detroit the first?
It was the first one in the north.
Cold in the north, right?
But it was in the Silver Dome.
Silver Dome, yeah. I just remember watching one of those, Super Bowl recap shows, and
Yeah, it was the first one that was, and then not too long. Then eventually they played one in Minnesota, but it was inside in the Metro.
Yeah,
the Metrodome, whatever it was. And then, because usually they just pick the cold environment, the southern environs, but and they still do pretty much.
Yeah, we had one in New York. Like, when was 5 years ago, or
yeah, it was. I think it was Denver, Seattle. And I remember seeing that when they had said they must be insane. It's gonna be freezing. It's gonna be snow. And just so happened it got weird, and it had
a nice day,
halfway decent weather. I was thinking that's gonna be why would you do a Super Bowl there? And,
I guess they got it was a new stadium, and
yeah, but they took a big chance though because
they did, yeah. And they don't make as much. They don't make as much money too in terms of like with this in Vegas. I mean, they're gonna make a ton of extra money in Vegas and around, for the local people.
That's why they were so hot to get the team, get a team in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
They tried for years, but first they had to get rid of some of those. The politicians, they had to own and bribe to get one in Vegas because they had to change a bunch of the betting laws and stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, that's when they finally legalized betting. Yeah.
There's still some states that don't have all the legalized online betting. We, for example, don't have it all. I mean, online betting now is pretty much everywhere except here. We're not getting all. We don't have all of it.
I'm gonna do one more can of tomato sauce.
Sauce. One more. My goodness.
Yeah.
Hope you have a lot of people coming. That's a lot of chili.
Well, there's a lot of chili. Yeah, I'm gonna feed this the Voyager crew.
Nice. So where you're doing this at home though, right? Or at your mom's?
Friend's house. Yes, I'll bring over a put in the crock pot. Usually I have one of those traveling crock pots. You can lock the cover. And I'll bring that over. Yep. And it keeps it nice and warm. Yep. So we're doing another can of tomatoes.
Let's see. Monkey Mats were the Seahawks a new team at the time? I'm not sure what he's referring to. I can tell you that Seahawks started in 1974 or 5 or 6. Yeah. So.
Sorry, I think my phone is not charging. Let me go get another cord. Maybe it's a bad cord.
I'll handle it. I'll watch it. But the Sea Squawks started out in the NFC West for their first season. I can tell you that. Then they moved over to the AFC, and Tampa, joined up around the same time. Maybe in '76 for the Seahawks, yeah. And then, I was only about 2 weeks old when they had that one in Detroit in 1982. Wow, yeah, that was a good one. That was one of the only second or third, like maybe the second really nice, fairly competitive Super Bowls. You had Joe Montana in his first. You had the great Kid Anderson, and that was a tough game for the 49ers to win that one. In the Silver Dome. And then
Let me just switch my. Sometimes these cables go bad. It says I have 10% battery on my phone. Well, it says it's charging because then we're going to lose the camera for the stream. Let me turn the brightness all the way down on this. Maybe if I do that.
Weird.
Let me turn the brightness all the way down. Yeah, it should be.
But yeah, those
Charger.
Super Bowls were always in the in the southern environs, obviously, and they plan them like years and years in advance. You know, the committees choose who gets.
Oh
them.
yeah, it's a big deal to have a Super Bowl. It's like in the Olympics, basically. Yeah.
You know, this will be like our 12th or something down here. And
Well, I mean, people love going to New Orleans and
yeah, oh yeah,
partying there, right? I mean, so
that's where Brady won his first. And it's funny, the Patriots at that point when the Patriots had played 3 Super Bowls here when he won his. The Bears destroyed them in '85. That was here. The Fudge Packers beat them in 95-ish or somewhere up in there here against the Packers, against the Patriots, and then Patriots Rams. So they played 3 of them here.
wow.
Brady won his first one here. So yeah, it was something.
So hopefully the phone will start charging. Let's see how that tomato sauce kind of disappears into that ground beef there. Let's try another little taste here. Let's get the rest of that out. I think maybe I had the brightness up on my cell phone too high too, so that always kills the screen.
They cheated. You mean the Patriots cheated, or the Cheatriots?
Oh, never.
Are you saying the Patriots ever cheated at anything? The Spygate, maybe? No. Deflategate?
Well, I think that's why they went so hard at him for that Deflategate one.
Yeah, that was a little bit silly. I mean, every quarterback messes around with the football a little bit. By the way, my beloved Saints 10 years ago, just a couple of days ago, 14. Yeah, it was 10 years ago. Excuse me, it was like 14 years ago. It was 2010, so it was 14 years ago the other day. Did you know that their Super Bowl 44, when my beloved Saints finally won it, was the highest rated Super Bowl, highest rated TV show of all time?
Wow.
It passed the last episode of MASH for the highest rated television show ever. Why? I don't know. It tastes
so good now. Oh, it tastes so good. Sorry.
Nice. No, that's good.
That's better with the tomato, yeah.
This looks good. I bet I would love it. I'm betting I would love that. Hey, Chris Persia, what's up, Kimasabi?
Hey, Chris Persia. Hope you're enjoying the cooking.
We're cooking now. Now you're cooking. Now you're cooking.
I need a little bit of sugar in the raw on this thing. Just a little bit. A little accent. And we got that whiskey tastes good in there too.
Whiskey? What?
Yep.
Did you put whiskey in there?
I put whiskey in here. Yep.
Oh no! I can't have whiskey. I can't have it now. I won't be able to eat it.
Don't worry at all.
Adult beverage.
All melts away. Yeah. Remember, this channel is not for kids. Yep.
This channel is not for children. If you're a children, you cannot watch the channel. No. So if you are being naughty, if you watch this channel, children, so don't watch it. Go watch a channel about toys. Well, no, don't watch those either. Go watch a cartoon. No, don't go watch those either. In fact, don't watch YouTube if you're a children. Children, do not watch that. Childies are not supposed to watch YouTube at all. I wouldn't let my kids watch YouTube.
Well, they have YouTube for kids.
If I have little kids, I wouldn't watch.
Yeah. Always supervise your young ones.
Yes, sir.
And I'm washing this pot as we go, make life easier. Don't stack up the pots. My crusade is all cleaned up. There we go. So let's put that out of the way here. So now what we can do is strain those beans again, and we'll put the chili in with the beans, and this will be done. And then we can do our bacon wrapped meatballs, because I'm sure Clavering Times wants to see how we do that.
MMM says, Mark's making me want to go buy a bottle of scotch. Scotch? It was invented by a little old lady from Leningrad. This is vodka. Where I come from, that's soda pop. Oh, this is a drink for a man. Remember that's what Scotty said?
Yeah.
Scotch was winning by a little old lady from Leningrad.
Chris's program is not suitable for Mars is rated MMM for yeah. And Chris is coming over to do the dishes. I think I saw that fly by, which is good. Thank you, Chris. Yep.
Well, Tim, the information I got from that Super Bowl trivia thing must have been incorrect then. So, there you go. I would just get it. See, I crave Super Bowl trivia. So we're not having an argument. You might be right, but I read it in a Super Bowl trivia thing. But it must have been wrong. There you go. It's still the highest Super Bowl rating, I think, but still, who knows? Could be wrong about that too. It doesn't matter. We won. And we won. And then we won. So I watched, every year I rewatch that Super Bowl. Like I did, and I did it the other day. What a magical time. So you have a grand total of 4 different Super Bowl wins that you can go watch for your Giants.
Yep.
I've only got the one.
You got the one, yep.
I love Super Bowl trivia though, Mark MMM. I crave it, and I love. I was looking for something now just to find something to challenge me, and I'm going. These questions are too easy.
Well, you must be pretty damn good at it. So yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure they could stump me on really silly stuff, but the old basic stuff, especially the older the Super Bowl is, because the older the Super Bowl, the more I know basic. No, I don't know. I can't tell you exact scores and stuff. I'll tell you who won it, who played in it, the quarterbacks, and all that stuff. I can tell you what jerseys they were wearing, whether they were wearing the dark jerseys or the white jerseys if they won.
Can you tell me what time every Super Bowl started?
No, it used to start a lot earlier than it does now.
Yeah, didn't it? Didn't it start at like 12 noon?
Something like that.
3 p.m.?
I can't remember exactly how long it's been.
3 p.m.
6:30 your time.
Yeah, I'd like to. I was trying to research that to try to find that out. So here are the beans all.
Well, FKH, you sure put an egg on my face. I guess it could have been old information I was seeing. There you go. Beans. The beans are ready.
Oh, beans are ready. Yep. So plus this is going to cook for another few more. I'm just going to keep this on low cooking. So I just rinse those beans out. I'm going to put the ground beef in there now. And then the good thing is you want it to sit and want the beans to absorb all that flavor. And what I'll probably have to do is put it in the fridge overnight, unfortunately, and then take it out in the morning. But the Super Bowl party's late now, so.
It is late.
So now I got to transfer.
5:30 my time, 6:30 your time. That's a pain in the butt.
It is a pain. Yeah, it was damn California time zone.
Yeah.
So what we do is just transfer.
Isn't Vegas on Pacific time?
I think so.
So yeah, for them it's like 3:30. Yes, I remember who shot JR. It was Mary, Sue Crosby or whatever actress name. I can't remember her name of the show. Mary Lou. I can't remember
Mary Lou Retton.
Show.
No, just kidding.
No. It was Mary something or other, but it was a chick.
Mary Crosby or what was
Mary Crosby. Did you see?
No, I'm trying to guess.
Yeah. No, it was. But they I remember they were trying to keep it a secret even from the cast, right? And so on Entertainment Tonight, after it had already been revealed, we waited for the whole summer. Who shot JR? Who shot JR? It was a great mystery. Sue Ellen, that was her name on the show. Thank you.
Yeah. She's gorgeous. Yeah.
They showed this behind the scenes thing where they had every cast member walk up to the shower and shoot the gun, right?
Oh, so you could, it could be anyone.
Then the very last one they showed, Larry Hagman does it. And he walks up and it's got, after he looked at his face, shaking his head like, oh,
really?
Yeah, that's the greatest. I was laughing my ass off. Like, that's pretty funny. They had JR shot JR, but they did it to hide. They did that as a joke, obviously. But everyone else, they filmed everybody, so no one in the cast knew who did it.
He was in the shower, right? Like you
Yeah.
said. All right, so
Oh
that
yeah,
should be.
I remember that summer very vividly. Like, who shot him? I don't know. We all wanted to know who shot him.
That should be enough so I can transfer it without spilling too much.
And it was funny because they have scenes like his mother doing it, his father, all of. They filmed every one of them doing it. It'd been funny if it had been his mom.
God, yeah.
JR was a bastard. He was worse.
And I'm
than
gonna
Luna.
save a little bit, just meat.
What for? Just eat later.
Yeah, to eat later. Yep.
Eat tonight.
And,
Okay.
or have it with nachos and stuff. Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Just save a little bit because I got enough.
They did what Red Dwarf did with JFK. You mean?
Oh God.
You mean assassinate myself? He said it'll drive the conspiracy kooks crazy. But what the hell?
Yeah. That was an insane episode. Yeah.
It was called Ticket to Ride. You know, did you notice how that episode was like done on film and it looked kind of weird?
It did look different. Yeah, yeah. Or was it on video and they transferred it to film, or one of the ones?
They used to do everything on video, BBC, but this one was
Okay.
done on film, and it was different kind of sound, different sound and everything. I love that episode. That was a weird one, but
Yeah. Well, JFK lives, right? So it's a good thing.
he also lived in the Twilight Zone episode in 1985.
Yep.
Remember that
Wasn't
one?
his cousin or descendant takes over for him or something, or
Lane Smith.
yeah, from Superman, right?
No, from Lois and Clark. I don't call that
Lois.
Superman.
Wow. You know what I meant. I like Lois and Clark. Dean Cain is awesome.
Somebody had. He was on Friday Night Lights last night.
Yeah, yeah. That's great. Yeah, it's nice. He said he's basically been blacklisted, right, from
He's a
getting
good
new
dude.
jobs.
Did he say that? I missed that part.
I didn't see, but I've heard him say
Probably
that.
true. Yeah, because he's no Hollywood pansy.
Yeah. Oh man, this is good, guys. This came out good. Wow, that's awesome. Well, of course, it's going to just keep getting better. Now, what I usually do, it's got some heat to it, but I've got some diced green chilies. These are mild. I could throw these in, but I do have hot diced jalapenos, so this does have some kick to it. But I'll bring this as a side, and you can throw it in if you wanted, extra kick.
Absolutely.
When you're going to a party, if you make it too hot, and you can always throw some more crushed red pepper in. Yep.
I love that stuff. I love that stuff. Agreed, LT said Dean came on Friday night the other night and have a ton of respect for him, especially as a law enforcement officer, which he is. I didn't realize he was that, but he is one.
Yeah. Now, for some reason, my battery's still going down to 8%. Let me turn the screen all the way down.
It's because he can lay the light of the law on that nest of vipers. I'm sorry, that's Harvey Dent from first Batman movie.
Yep. I gotta mute myself for just 1 second. Hold on.
Okay, dokie. I think the mass share and rating won't be beat, says FK. Well, it could be, Tim. Could be. And I by that time I stopped watching MASH. It just became the Alan Alda show. It was drama every week. I loved the first 3 seasons of MASH when it was a comedy. I even watched a couple seasons beyond that because Frank Burns was still on there, so it was funny. When Frank left, the comedy left. I mean, I know they still tried to do comedy. I didn't like Winchester because he could fight back. See, it was no fun because Winchester could fight back. They still went after him, but it wasn't the same. Part of it was the evil streak in me that liked to watch Frank get beat up, figuratively speaking. The way Hawkeye and Trapper used to hang up on Frank was one of the funny parts of the show. I just didn't think it was much of a comedy. Larry Gilbart, didn't he leave at some point? I can't remember. But yeah, it became more of a war drama. After a while, it lasted forever, but it wasn't the same. So the first 3 seasons of MASH are pure gold. Even 4 and 5 are losing Henry hurt But Harry Potter, what's Harry Potter? Listen to me. Henry Potter was okay.
Harry Potter, yeah.
Whatever. Well, you can't say a thing on YouTube without getting taken to the carpet, can you? Yeah, Harry Potter. It's just me though. A lot of people still like it, but I don't think it was as funny.
I mean, it became an event TV too. You just watch MASH, right? I mean, it was on, and there were only what choices did you have too, right? I mean, back then, don't forget. So everyone was watching one of those 3 network shows. There was no YouTube. I mean, unless you're listening to music, that's the only game in town, right? So what was on against MASH? And then if your dad wanted to watch it, or your mom wanted to watch it, most houses usually had one TV, big TV, or maybe if you're lucky, or 2 TVs or a TV in the basement. Or, I mean, most kids growing up didn't have TVs in their room. Maybe in high school, and kids started to have TV, like a small black and white TV. So
it was
sometimes it was what the dad or mom wanted to watch.
It was what you could some have termed appointment television.
Yep.
You had to be there to watch it. You wouldn't, you couldn't record it until later, but finally. But what happened?
Yeah. No, you're watching it, right? I mean,
what happened?
So, did we lose the?
We lost something.
Oh, I came back now.
Yeah, I got.
Am I back?
No, somehow something changed, and
it did, yeah.
But now I put the picture back there.
Hopefully we don't lose the camera, but
I watched Aftermath at MASH. I did for a little bit there, FK. But
did they have MASH in Maine too? Or that was the book was called MASH in Maine, or was that after?
They had a lot of the Richard Hooker books. MASH in Maine. MASH goes to New Orleans. MASH does this. MASH does that.
After the war, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Claude Menace has all those books.
Yeah.
But they're more like based on the movie. They're not really that much to do with the show.
Okay.
Richard Hooker, who wrote the movie book, and the book that the movie's based on. There's legend out there, whether it's true or not, I don't know. Maybe it's apocrypha that Robert Altman, who directed the first movie, which I love, by the way, 1970, directed it from the book. Didn't have the script or anything.
Wow.
I don't know if it's true or not. But I tell you what is true. The soundtrack of that is great because it's got all kind of snippets, not just music. It's got snippets from the show, from the movie. I used to listen to that so much. And it's amazing that came out the same year as the only movie worthy of beating it, which was Patton. They both were nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah. Patton won, of course.
Yeah, the only Patton.
And George C. Scott wouldn't accept his Academy Award either.
No, he wouldn't.
That was famous, yep. More like Marlon Brando.
He was great.
All right, so this is just going to simmer for through Saturday Night Star Trek on real low. Eventually, I'll cover it up. And I just want to give a plug for my favorite Paul Newman's Own pineapple salsa. And God, I love the pineapple version.
Pineapple?
So this is on sale.
What?
Pineapple in my salsa, yeah. I love this one. Oh, the mango is really good too.
Underneath the mango tree, sorry. Mango juice.
Yeah, and of course, all proceeds go to help kids. So it's for a good cause. So and one of my wife's friends works for Newman's Own. So there's my plug. So everyone, if you see this in the grocery store, buy Newman's products. They're great, and and they taste good too. Yeah, this is really good stuff.
It's like pineapple. What is this? An episode of Psych?
Yeah.
You ever watch Psych?
Yep.
There was a pineapple in every episode.
Oh, there was. Yeah.
Every single episode.
Like Superman's on every episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Superman. Yep.
There's a pineapple in every episode. That was a good show.
All right, so let's go.
Power.
I'm hoping my camera now it's at 8%. I'm hoping it lasts, but we're gonna do some bacon wrapped meatballs. We're gonna transition to the bacon wrapped meatballs, which I know everyone loves. This is simple.
I have to cut out in a few, but
yeah, you got to cut out to go watch your Star Trek.
I want to see that.
Yeah, so this is pretty easy
Ranger
to go.
Power. I want to tell him something.
Go for it.
I was on with J-Man last night, Don, and he went to an event in his city this week it was a comic shop. And what's her name? Amy Jo Johnson, the first Pink Ranger.
Oh, she's my favorite.
Was there, And she wrote a comic book, Don. You may know about it. About all the other Rangers, the Rangers and what happened to them and stuff. She actually wrote it herself, and she was there. She was up there in Canada where he lives, signing it and stuff like that. So, might want to go check with J-Man and find out about it. He showed some pictures from the stream last night, so it's pretty cool. Right up your alley, Don.
And she's a fantastic singer too. No, that's.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to switch to another cable just to see if this cable.
She loved the character so much she wrote her own comic. Can you believe it? And
she was in, which I know Don Ranger Power knows, the movie Sweetwater, which was over the first band to open Woodstock, and she was acting in that as the lead singer, who tragically got hurt in a car accident and her voice got damaged. But Amy Jo Johnson was a singer in that, and she did all her own singing, and she was pretty good in that, wasn't she, Don? Oh, the score to Patton is Don is saying it was excellent. Yep.
Oh yeah, the score. Oh my God, yeah. Jerry Goldsmith. That's one of Jerry Goldsmith's greatest.
Yep. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so hopefully we won't lose the camera, but we want to do bacon wrap. Bacon, the bacon wrap meatballs. Don't buy thick bacon. That's really all you need to know. Is don't buy the thick bacon is no good. So because it doesn't cook, it's not going to cook right. So what we got to do here is just. Did
you make the
meatballs? Our bacon. I bought store-bought meatballs. No time. Too much Voyager to watch. But that's my excuse. Yeah. But I'm not making that many because there's not a lot of people there. So I'm just going to make maybe 20 or so. But they're pretty easy to make. But yes, you can make your meatballs from scratch, which a lot of times I do. But no time for the meatballs. So I'm just using Signature Select from Acme, bite-sized Italian style meatballs.
Works for me.
It works good. So
the bacon's gonna make it.
Oh yeah, it's the bacon that makes it. Yeah. Let's see. Peel here.
I guess you gotta have a lot of toothpicks, right?
And I gotta get my toothpicks. Yeah, good call. Yeah. My hands are wet, so I can't get the peel strip here. Come on, open up. It's like, yeah, whenever you try something live, because we don't need to use the whole bag, so we're gonna reseal.
Yeah.
And hopefully, these didn't defrost all the way. So what I'm gonna do, and they're already cooked, these meatballs too, so I'm just gonna put these under some hot water here. They're semi-defrost, but you got to be able to get the toothpick in them. Otherwise, it ain't gonna work. All right, so keep that hot water going in there. I took these out this morning, so yeah, my balls are frozen,
so to speak.
Yeah. So I got the toothpicks, and what we do here, use some rub. Now there's no label on it. This is just homemade rub. So I'll show how I make this. Yeah. So I use this for my barbecue. So it's a recipe.
No label on it. What is it? How do you find that?
Well, it's homemade. Yep. So let's see. I keep my recipes up on the wall there. So let's see. Can I zoom in with the camera? I'll read what's on there, but you can see I keep all my recipes, how to control the stove, and up on that cabinet because I use those all the time. So in there, it's called the Modified Armadillo Willie's Rub. 2 cups brown sugar, 1 cup Turbinado sugar. I'll put the recipe on the link in the chat or in the show notes. Yep. 1 cup of table salt. I use kosher salt. 1 cup paprika, 1/4 cup ground black pepper, 3/4 cup granulated garlic powder, 1/4 cup onion powder, teaspoon cayenne pepper to give it some kick, and 1.5 tablespoons of ground coriander. So that's what's in there. So I make big batches of that. So that's actually times 4. And I just make a batch of this, and I just use one of the old spice cans, and I just, I put this on seafood, on pork, on fish, pretty much anything. Chicken, it's great on chicken, and especially if you're smoking. So here for the bacon wrapped meatballs. So these are called moink balls, and I'll find that recipe too. You just want to cut these the bacon in half, like so. And of course, you got to have your bacon defrosted. Now let me get hopefully the meatballs are, now the balls are soft now, good.
Yada yada.
Let me strain, yada yada. Let me strain these out. Let me grab these, yep. Language, yep.
Oh dear. Except I thought this was going to be easy, then I saw you had to make that complicated stuff you're going to put on there. But
well, you could buy like emerald sauce. You could do slap your mama. You could buy just barbecue rub in the store. I mean, now they have them, so you don't have to. Anywhere in the grocery store, they have so many rubs.
I haven't seen you apply it yet, so I don't know exactly.
Oh, I got just on the meatballs. Yeah, just on the meatballs. I'm just straining the water out of the meatballs now. There we go. So here we got our meatballs right here. You can see those. Yeah, I have the camera turned like the dark, so I can't see what's happening on the camera. But there we go. So then what you do, you just take your rub.
You're gonna make these today and save them for tomorrow?
Well, I'm gonna cook them tomorrow, but I'm just gonna prep them tonight. So then they can go in the oven tomorrow. Put them on the grill. So all you do, you just throw some rub on the meatballs, like so. Liberally coat these suckers like that. So let's see. I'll get the camera a little closer. So here we go. So you just
obviously missed a few, probably. Huh?
Yeah. So you just, of course, always wash your hands. My hands have been washed a lot today. Yep. So you just stir them up like so. You can always do another little coating. It doesn't have to be saturated. It's just for the little bit of kick and flavor to them, like that. Let me move that out of the way here. All right. Let me wash my hands again. So I got all the rub all over them. All right. So now let me get my toothpicks, which should be in my cabinet here. Yeah, that's the one thing. I used to do this for football tailgating or for the high school. Like, where are my toothpicks? I have everything, but I forgot to buy toothpicks. So just your round toothpicks. So this is as simple as it gets, but bacon makes everything good.
That's for sure.
So all we got to do, you grab your strip of bacon, you take your meatball like so, and just roll that sucker up like that. Put your toothpick through, don't stab yourself, and voila. So what I'm going to do is just, for now, I'm just going to, usually I put them on a rack, and the best thing to cook them is on the grill, but you got to watch burning them with the bacon. So normally what I do is I'll put them on a rack in the oven with a wire rack to lift the meatballs up off. I'll show you obviously a little rack. So you keep the meatballs off the bottom.
He said rack.
He said rack, yeah. So I'll use one of these racks. So you stack the meatballs on here, put them in the oven, and then you can finish them on the grill is usually a great way to do it, or I can cook them on the big green egg. I might do that tomorrow with just offset, so it's not direct, and then you can throw them on the grill to finish them. And what you do, you put barbecue sauce on them to set them at the end. So you want to have your barbecue sauce like the last 5 minutes, and then it glazes over on there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is fun to do, just watching. You can be watching TV and just do this as you go. And so I'll have these ready for tomorrow. And like I said, it's not a big crowd, so I'm not going to do too many. But these are usually a big hit. But the trick is too, you got to make sure that bacon is cooked all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
If your bacon's not cooked all the way through, it's rubbery.
How do you make sure? How do you make sure of that again?
So make sure that you just cook them long enough in the oven or on the grill, but you got to have them in indirect heat for a lot of the time, because once the bacon flames, and then at the end, usually I put the barbecue sauce on them and put them over the heat, but you got to be there watching them. And sometimes I'll have like a spray can of water that I can, put the flames out, because once that bacon grease catches fire, it's gonna go. That's the only thing you got to watch. It'll burn real quick.
Yeah.
So you can do them on direct heat, but you got to have it low enough, or if you have a grill where you can put them high enough on the grill, so that it's not right on that flame, then you're in good shape. Yep. There we go. That camera's lined up pretty good there. And Tim says, "Nice rack."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another trick I do. I use a toaster oven to cook a lot, because we're only 2 people now for most of the time. So, and a lot of things you can cook in the toaster oven. So I have a rack on the toaster oven like that, a small one that I found that fits right in the toaster oven. A lot of times I'll cook, and you put a little bit of water underneath there so the stuff doesn't dry out, and it's a good way to cook your food in there. But yeah, this is an easy recipe. It's just, and you can do it in the regular oven too. I mean, there's nothing. It's just if you put it over that open flame to finish it, you get that a little bit nicer flavor at the end there.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
But see, this is gonna take a while to do all these. Each meatball you got to wrap and roll. And for the football team, sometimes I do 100 of them. So for the tailgate. So, and I was making the meatballs from scratch back then too. And the scratch meatballs do taste. Yeah, they always taste better. Just as
amazing. It's amazing.
So, or grease fire, says Tim. Yeah. So you got some Voyager episodes you got to go watch in a couple minutes, I guess?
I got to cut out
because what time?
I have 3 more to go.
3, that's 3 hours, right? Yeah, so that's
45 minutes.
45, yeah.
You need a safety factor.
Yeah, no, you got to, yeah. But, yeah, if you could watch them sped up, that would help too, but that's not that easy to do.
No.
It's not like it's Blake 7 where you know it inside and out, right?
Not even close. I mean, I started watching the second one last night, and
you fell asleep.
Boom. Well, I mean, I had hardly slept yesterday, but I had to get up real early to go out on the road, and just never could sleep after that when I got home.
Well, that sucks. And you didn't feel like watching.
Streams. Yeah, I should have watched them then before. I was just,
or at least one more.
Well, I had a lot of show work to do, and then to stream.
Yeah, you won a lot of, and then you were on streaming with J-Man yesterday. Yep.
FK, Tim. So, are you going to do? Oh yeah, all of Blake 7, absolutely, all 52 episodes.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. We did. We just finished season 1.
Yep.
This past week, we start season 2 next week.
I think Tim, you were there this watch party, weren't you? And I apologize because my brain, memory is very bad. So I'm pretty sure Tim was there. Yep.
First 4 episodes. It's always 4 episodes, unless we do less. Like sometimes we'll get to the end of a season, MMM, and it'll be like only 2 or 3 for that week because we're ending the season. So, but the beginning of the season is 4. So yeah, night, drone, other one, and in the flesh. I forgot what the other one was. Let me tell
And
you,
I've watched them all,
I'll tell you.
and I can't remember them.
I'll tell you in just a second. I'm going to pull it up.
Night was the one where they go through the dark space, and we're not doing any spoilers here. We're just saying what the episode.
Yeah. There's
night, and they go through space, and there's no stars, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Night, drone, extreme risk, and in the flesh.
Was one of them a Neelix-centered episode?
I don't know yet. I haven't watched them, but I haven't seen them since.
I think in the flesh is. I think that was the one with the Naomi.
No.
What was the one with Naomi?
Extreme risk that might be next week. You watched 5, remember?
I kept going.
It's next week. No,
That's
in the flesh is actually the one with species 8, so whatever number.
Oh, okay, that one. Okay, yeah, with the shapeshifters. Yeah, okay.
Well, they thought they were Starfleet Command, which was pretty interesting. They had Booth.
Yeah, that was it. That was interesting. Well, I won't say spoilers if we liked them or not, but yeah. But yeah, well, I did like them. I'll say. But I'm gonna be in the agonizer booth. But yeah, as a Voyager, I think we're a little harsh on it as reviewing it. But it's still Star Trek to me. I know we're all saying it might sound like a broken record, but
6475309. I think you mean 857 8675309. Santy, you got your numbers wrong, buddy. That's okay. I would never correct you.
I think the problem with Voyager is you don't have that outstanding character other than the Doctor, in my opinion. And Neelix's character drags the show down, unfortunately.
Can't stand him.
So you got that problem. And 7 and 9, I do like. I know Kitty Carr is going to be on tonight, talking Voyager, which is great. So she's going to come out after.
Yes, come on.
Very good. Yep.
I mean,
yeah, so it'll be good to hear perspective.
Way to have more. But without the way we do things, I learned a long time ago, it would be disastrous to have more than 2 of us do the review. But considering how long that takes, plus reading all the other else's reviews.
Oh God, yeah.
It wouldn't be feasible.
Yeah, no.
But if we get done in time, though, then we'll have somebody like, it's great how you come and hang out with us, and somebody comes in and visits with us a little bit afterwards. That's cool.
Yeah, otherwise it'll take way too long. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and you know why.
Well, yeah, and you guys are reading the chat too. So like on here, and I'm apologizing, always missing the chat here I'm cooking too, so it's tougher. But yeah, that's what makes that show so fun, because I told you too, the first time I watched, I'm like, wow, they're putting my comment up on the screen, and everyone in the chat was so friendly, but also like, wow, the hosts are actually paying attention to what's going on to like the people in the chat. Like, this is like talk radio on steroids. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, what's an interesting thing when we went to YouTube? A lot of people didn't realize that. But the thing is, I try to do it there. Sometimes, though, on Saturday night, I can't pay that much attention to the chat. And I would love it. You guys are having way more fun. Because you're talking and having a good time. But if I stop every 5 seconds, we'll never get the show done.
Yeah.
A lot of people think you're ignoring them. Never anybody who, like anyone here now, just to let you know, inside baseball a little bit, it's a little bit different when you're on this side of it and you're trying to do a show that you hope people will listen to and watch. And if you stop and talk to the chat too much, that's why we have the wild card nights and the nights where we're just sitting there and try to get more interaction with the chat. But when you have a specific topic or a specific thing you're doing, it's tougher to interact with the chat. So instead of like answering everything that goes on while we're reading our reviews, we'll do that when we'll let you have your say about the episode. But other than that, I miss all kind of things that go on. On Saturday night, it's impossible to follow. It moves fast. Some nights, on a normal night, it moves so fast I can't see everything. Because you're trying to stay in a certain mindset so you can talk and you can perform in a sense to do something that people who are not there can at least hear you, and it could be almost like a podcast or a radio show. But it's trickier than you think. It's not that we don't want to engage with you. That's why we go out of our way to engage.
Well, that's one of the shows that really does that too, because a lot of shows you have to do. Well, the big shows, not because we're not big guys here, but you got to do super chat for like a Gary or a Doomcock, and which is obviously understandable because the chat is flying by so fast. I don't know how Eric K and the mods read that. So you got to get into the groove, and you got to just read that chat. I mean, if you're just hanging out and you want to pay attention to it, and then you can. It's tough to pay attention to what the host is saying too. Then you start missing what the host is saying on the shows with a gazillion viewers. But that's what makes YouTube so special and fun, is being able to do that. So that's what I really appreciate about you. And you guys do pay a lot of attention. But yeah, sometimes you miss things, or you can't see things, because it's going so fast. And Tim is saying, was in London in 2009. ITV is still showing reruns, I'm assuming, of Blake 7 you're talking, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But that's what makes, these YouTube. I mean, look, I'm in my kitchen cooking, and I would have been doing this anyway. It's not like I'm, so this is extra fun to hang out with you guys and be in the chat and talk to people. Maybe I'm taking a little bit extra time, or to do a few extra things, but really not. I mean, that's what I'd be doing today, getting ready for the Super Bowl. So it's just a lot of fun.
Yep. Let's see.
Yep.
FK says, Mark, idea for after Mark Blake 7 Space 1999. Well, that's not a show I'm not that excited about, to be honest with you. I mean, Mark could do it, but if you're talking to Mark doing it, it's different. Mark wants to do it, but the
Something with a cow. We're talking in the club. Yeah, but I think the Prisoner's definitely going to get done eventually, right?
Prisoner's next. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I just don't know if I'll ever want to do Space 1999. Nothing personal. I mean, I love doing UFO, but
the first season of Space is much better than the second season.
I mean, nothing against it. It never was my bag, but then Clobby, it's now for my favorite part of the show. What's that say? Talk to the audience. Oh God, this is always death. I'm not sure what any of that means, FK. I got to be honest with you, but if you could elaborate. Then he says, Mark D with a C, no Space 1999. And then,
well, no, I like Space. Well, that's something to do. It's something to be fun to do. Well, definitely as a watch party.
There's no question mark. There's no question mark on the end of that, but I guess that's what he means. He said, Mark,
no, I do like
that could be
Dragon's Domain.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's tough for me to see the chat, but yeah, I mean, but we're talking Clubhouse. We all have to agree what we're doing for a show and what we think a lot of people would like. But I'm not opposed to covering space or doing watch parties. I like to do more watch parties on my channel just for fun. If you're watching TV, just to hang out and talk with people, that's always a lot of fun. In Space 1999, there's some good stuff in there too. So that's not a bad one to not a bad show to visit. That's for sure. And Dragon's Domain still scares the crap out of me years later. I told my sister when I bought the DVD set, I finally found the episode. Like, remember the episode that we couldn't sleep for a month after? And it doesn't look as scary now, but I can imagine on a small black and white TV with special effects. And Tim, if you're a Space 1990 fan, you know which episode I'm talking about, where the big creature would spit out, the body would go in and the corpse came out. Man, that was scary, that one. So, no, we're definitely open to. Always want to hear from people what suggestions, what want to enjoy things together too. So, I'm trying to think of what. I mean, we could do Firefly down the road, maybe.
We'll see.
We'll be doing this for a while, right? So, Firefly's one. I'd like to do. I don't know if we do them on the Clubhouse, but some of the Twilight Zone or Outer Limits from the 90s, or we could do like special editions, like do like a episode that I think is really good, like a few because there's too many episodes in that series to do the whole thing. But Outer Limits, maybe the original Outer Limits is a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That would be a good one. I know for Night Stalker, that would scare Raquel, I think, too much, right?
Yeah, no, you forget about that.
Look, I was off by one. I was off by one meatball.
Not bad, not bad.
Look at that guess.
Go make that piece of bacon so you could eat it.
Look at that guess, guys. Come on, now I got to play the lottery.
That was perfect.
I was off by one meatball off. Let me grab one meatball. I gotta finish it. Yep. And what you can do with things like this is where did I put the meatballs? Oh, here. God, that was pretty good. That was pretty close. What you can do with something like this is freeze these too. Like once they're prepped, if you don't want to cook them all.
And with that, yeah.
All right, last meatball.
Oh, you got the last one. Okay.
Yeah, might as well finish. Yeah, I could throw the bacon in the chili.
Good. Love
Yep.
And
all right, so you probably got to head on that. Yeah, you got to run. Yeah,
you're going 2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours. So does anyone want to see how I do the garlic sauce, or do you want? Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Is anyone interested in seeing the garlic sauce? Let me know in the chat. If not, I'll let's see how the camera's doing.
Well, hopefully
that doesn't take.
Pop in at the show tonight after we're done.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely be there. Yep.
Pop in and visit with Katie. All right, everybody. I'll see you all at the show tonight if you're coming over. And thanks, buddy, for having me.
Oh, appreciate you being here. Thank you for helping. Yeah, it's a big help. Yep. Always later, fun. Gators. Yep. Catch you at Star Trek. Yep. Go watch your Voyager.
You got it covered?
I got it covered. Yep.
All right, dude. Later.
I appreciate it. Yep. Thank you. Yep. Enjoy. All right. So thank you to Clobber and Towns for being there. So does anyone want to see? Yeah, I think it was a good time to shut it up. Maybe I'll do the garlic sauce tomorrow, guys. And I think my camera's about to go now too. So that makes a good. We did the bacon wrap meatballs, and maybe I'll do a quick show tomorrow. We'll do the garlic sauce. So, yeah, so I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you to Six for that awesome super chat. And I'm glad it seemed like the camera worked pretty good on the cell phone, which is nice. I'm happy that worked out. Thank you to Chris Persia, Gap Attack, Mars Monkey Max, FKH, aka Tim, the Stream Elements bot. Let's see, Maddie's Daddy was here, Phantom Outsider. Let's see who else was hanging out with us today. We had a lot of people in the chat. We went for 2.5 hours, so that was pretty good. Broga was here. Let's see. Don Power Ranger. Let's see who was hanging out with us. The Stream Elements bot, of course. Yeah, so I appreciate it. I hope you guys, I'll try to put the recipe in, the actual recipe, so if anyone wants to follow along, they could do it. Oh, Mars Monkey Max, of course. Don't let me forget MMM. Mr. Angel, thank you for those suggestions, Mr. Angel. Great to see you earlier. And also, and Dadman and Mrs. Dadman were here. Stopped in to say hi. And again, Six, thank you for that super chat. Much appreciated. And Guagnar was here. And thank you, Guagnar, for the artwork. Pat S, Don Ranger Power. And I think that's everyone. I hope I got everyone. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Gepsis. Have a good evening, everyone. Fun stream. Yeah, make sure you eat too much tomorrow. I hope you all enjoy the Taylor Swift Bowl. And I'm gonna play the outro here and get on out of here. But yeah, it was fun to do. This was a lot of fun, I gotta say. So I'm glad that worked out, and I'm glad what I did. I just hooked up my cell phone to the. I have a tripod with I usually use for my video camera, and that seemed to work. So which is pretty good. So, yep. Take care. Thank you for the food cam, and thank you everyone. Yep. So let me put get my outro here. Well, here, do I have anything cooking here? I gotta have something cooking. Let's see. Where is, oh yeah, here we go, play this, yep.
This evening I shall go for the squid platter. Ew. With extra tentacles, please.
One squid platter, extra tentacles.
Personal foul, crackback, 85, offense, 15-yard penalty.
All right, so everyone enjoy that Super Bowl tomorrow, and I'll probably do a early stream, and we will have Sunday Night Geekery later after the Taylor Swift Bowl. But thanks for watching, everyone, and catch you later.
Fun storming the castle.
It's 106 miles to Chicago.
We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, it's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.